Working title FC. Senzo's coming in hot, I got to warn you.
No, like hot, like no temperature hot. I think I'm
No, all round. Senzo is fired up. We're coming at you on a Monday morning. My name is Paulo. His name is Senzo. We are working title FC. Got a bit of a different format to the show today. I want to start off introducing ourselves, greeting all of you. Welcome to people who found us on iol.co.za. We're going to play a quick little stab, and then Senzo's going to wrap up what he's loved about the sporting weekend this week was El Clasico, Arsenal, Liverpool. Will ERIK still have a job by the time we finish recording the show? Mexican Grand Prix, and the start of the NBA has been fire. I don't know why I did that. That's not really me.
I know, it's because you're on fire as well, man. You're trying, you said it was a different format, and like that's what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Different things. El Clasico. Tell me, when you are beating the European champions with literal children.
and they did you see Danny Olmo? He was walking the whole game.
Man, when you do that, I mean, Vinny is probably going to pick up a Ballon d'Or today. Real Madrid team is probably going to make up the whole like team of the year.
Yeah.
And Barcelona just said, close that roof. We're going to cook you.
Listen here.
Close that roof.
We're cooking in front of your own fans.
Man, what the hell?
That was awesome.
Right? And it's kind of like it wasn't a once-off because they did it to Bayern Munich a few days before.
Yeah, exactly. Same model.
Hansi Flick, clever man. And just gone back to basics. No complaints. And what's more impressive about Barcelona and the way they're playing, because I think they haven't lost a game this season. In fact, they've won every single game. Right?
Except one. They drew one,
right? It was quite a surprise draw. They are, without, you could arguably say, their three most senior players.
Frankie de Jong. Ter
Stegen and Araujo.
Yeah.
Right? They couldn't make any signings. Yeah. Really.
Daniel
Olmo. But, I mean, there must be some break clause if you're La Masia, we get you back for free. There's got to be something in there. And then he goes, well, we're just going to go pick up children. Even Gavi and Pedri are kind of in and out.
No, but Gavi only came back
against Madrid. And Hansi Flick, no complaints, no stories, no, just like, it's cool.
I got this, don't worry.
I'm doing this.
Don't worry, I got this, yeah.
I'm doing this. So, I mean, does it change? I mean, is it like a really good start to the season?
But also, bro,
you got to worry about younger players.
No, but Lewandowski, dude. Lewandowski is also, he's back to being Lewandowski. Do you see the second goal?
I mean, that guy.
But he missed the sitter after that.
When he wants to play, when he's looked after, put an arm around me, I'll look after you. Look after me, I'll look after you.
Oh, bro.
You know, come little children, gather.
Come. Uncle Leva's here. But did you, so his goals tally for last season was 15 goals in the league all season.
Which is decent.
Do you know what he's on now?
Yeah, I think he's
14.
Yeah, I know.
It's outrageous.
It's ridiculous. Does it change your mind? Okay, do you think they're going to do something in the Champions League?
Champions League's Champions League, you can't call it. Like you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. You really don't know what's going to happen because Bayern Munich are just sitting on blip now. Caught from Aston Villa, but I think they were also unlucky against Barcelona because they're. Oh, but this new model.
Barcelona are going to do that to you because I mean even against Real Madrid, you watch most of it. It wasn't a 4-0 game.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You know what I mean?
And I think Madrid had the majority of the chances, in the first half.
Listen, we put him on fraud watch.
No, but he's got other things on his mind, bro.
We put Mbappe on fraud watch a few weeks ago. For the level, the expectations of Mbappe, I think that fraud watch is fair.
Yeah, no, it is fair.
You know what I mean?
It is fair. It's absolutely fair.
So, when you go and chase a guy for 2 years, spend the money. Yes, there was no transfer fee, but they paid him a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And kind of like he's not moved the needle in your side instantly. And you got to. When you're Mbappe, that's, every Galactico has landed at Madrid running.
Yeah.
They don't warm up. They run.
Yeah,
I mean,
but also if you're a Galactico,
yeah, well, that's it.
If you're a Galactico. David Beckham got into Madrid, started pinging balls
that's it.
It was nothing.
You arrived there running. Give me your thoughts on Arsenal Liverpool yesterday.
I don't know. I expected Liverpool to cook Arsenal, but right, Arsenal, there's something there this season.
They got grit, but the players are falling. You got to worry about that.
Yeah,
the players are injury. They seem overloaded. I mean, but Saka sitting down, Robertson, do me a favor. Sit down.
Saka said, you know nothing, bro.
Don't
worry, I'm busy here.
I'll sort you out very quickly.
Yeah.
On a slot, very irritating man because he's just come in, no fuss, and Liverpool have still got that fear factor, but not with the chaos they used to have. You know, you kind of...
It's more organized now. It's just like because then it was just like, guys... Before, when Klopp was there, it was like fishing with dynamos.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. I'm going to put another fraud, put someone else on fraud watch.
Yes. Do it.
Arteta.
You think so?
He's a bit of a Spanish Tony Pulis, a bit of a Spanish...
Okay, talk me through it.
Time waster, long ball merchant.
You think
kind
so?
of, I don't know. It's like, he's obviously gets into the head of his players, but his football's kind of become... He's a little bit of mudding you with better press. You know, his football, he's not afraid to park the bus. He's not afraid to do the dirty stuff. And you got to do it to win.
My man, I'm here to win games. I don't care about how stylish I look.
But then don't pretend you're not. And maybe he doesn't.
Also, the Arsenal fans, you guys must stop telling us about the beautiful football you play.
No.
Because we've seen beautiful football doesn't win games. Doesn't win your titles, unless you're Pep Guardiola.
Yeah. And even Wenger's best sides were brutes.
Yeah, of course.
They were absolute brutes.
Of course,
Vieira and Petit.
Tony Adams.
Even Henry was a bit of a dirty bastard.
Tony Adams.
You have to have
You have to have that dog. Ray Parler. You have to have dogs.
Even the most beautiful players were dogs.
The only classic guy there was Dennis Bergkamp. That guy used to float around the place.
But he'd throw an elbow. You don't give a shit to throw an elbow.
I mean, he is Dutch.
You know, he's like...
You'll line him up at the end.
You know, he didn't like flying, but he put out those wings. Dish. Yeah. Speaking of Dutch, ERIK Ten Hag, will he still have a job?
I hope not, bro. Like, let's put the guy out of his misery. Also, I don't watch Man United games anymore. Like, yeah.
We come out of the back of this, of course, talking United. Listen, you can't really say your team got robbed, but my God, that was a robbery.
It was a robbery.
That was an
penalty.
I mean, if you haven't, by now you would have seen the clip. I mean, Danny Ings jumps in. De Ligt was there. His leg was down. Yeah. And Danny Ings jumps into that. For a referee to take so long to make a decision, it's like, well, you doubting yourself.
It's not clear and obvious.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I get being robbed, but also United had at least 5 good chances, including one open goal before then. Ten Hag is just not the answer. This doesn't go anywhere.
I also don't think Ten Hag's the answer. Do you know, he can't get the best. There's nothing wrong with our squad. There is absolutely nothing wrong with our squad.
I'll say the same. The balance, other than a centre forward, I think Højlund is too raw. And Xerxes, they are too raw. You just need a little bit of an older head there, right? But other than that, we've got solid defenders. We got
solid midfield.
We got the mix of generational talents, old heads.
Yeah.
You know, the prodigies. We got pace on the wings. There's even keeper. I mean, Onana, I used to shit on him, but I'm like, you know what? He's the least of our problems at this point in time. And the squad is fun. The squad is good, and worse, the squad is his.
Yeah,
they're guys he's chosen,
bro. For me, that means you can't motivate these guys. That means you can't get the best out of them.
But man, you watch his press conferences and you can't say what it's like. But imagine that guy talking to you. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
What am I doing, bro? Like, what are you like? What, get to the point. Like, what are we doing here?
But you know, should you lose a game over what is very obviously? But listen, United's form is ridiculous. 1 win in the past 9. I saw a stat the other day. The last time United started the league with this many points after this many games was the season in the 70s. United got relegated. You know what I mean? And then it was 2 points for a win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just every stat. The longest we've gone in Europe without winning. The most consecutive games without scoring goals. It's just every shithouse stat. It doesn't get better.
Cool, man.
I mean, putting Mizraoui in number 10 in the Europa League, that's... fire me. You know what I mean? That's like fire me.
You're asking for it.
Yeah. That for me, that's just a sign. I want to go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to quit.
I'm out of here.
I'm not going to quit because a lot of money. Fire me. I'm out. I'm out. It doesn't change. But who else is there?
There's no one else, man.
You know, for a while I thought, Xavi pops up. His wife goes and posts a photo on Instagram. I don't know if you saw that with Xavi sitting at a table. His kid next to him wearing a Manchester United jersey. Oh, very tactically 5 minutes after the game. But you go, okay, Xavi, but like Hansi Flick has brought in one extra player. Look what he's doing.
He's flying, bro.
And you couldn't do it. Like, do we really want that? But listen, I don't know, man.
I'll take any. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I don't know what.
I'll take Xavi. I'd take Xavi.
You know what? We've tried everything with managers. We haven't tried the iconic
young guy
player. Yeah, we've tried Solskjaer, the club legend. We haven't tried the guy that goes, because a lot of players put your medals on the table. Yeah. Xavi's like, fine.
I got you. I got. Which one? What do you want?
Which one? And maybe that's what these players need to go. Shit, like this guy is.
Yeah, put your medals on the table. Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. We will probably finish recording this at about 11 o'clock. Show will go live at about midday. Yeah. Let's see where ERIK 10 hugs. Give him 11 hugs. You want to talk to me about the
11th hug is going to be the out hug.
Hey, handshake and a hug. Fuck off. Mexican Grand Prix.
10 out.
Mexican Grand Prix.
Whoa.
Talk to me.
Now.
Do you think it's because they were in Mexico that they fucking just lost their shit?
Well, Sergio Perez is a home Grand Prix. I was like, you know what? I think Sergio Perez has given up. He's given up because he knows that, they're rooting me.
Yeah, he's done.
He's probably not even talking to Cristiano Ronaldo. He's like, this guy.
Know what? I'm going to be like a female employee at Red Bull. I'm not going to talk to you.
No, just straight away. I'm going to go chill with them. But, guys, Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is a different driver. I don't know. Maybe it's because he wants to leave Ferrari on a good note.
Yeah.
But Azerbaijan, took one for the team. I liked what he did. But he's driving literally like the real Italian job. And he's showing handsome Rob what to do with better hair. So, but bro, that guy's been driving the shit out of that Ferrari. He's driving it like a Ferrari.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you see even with Leclerc? He's not scared anymore. He's not scared. And I think Leclerc likes it. Because Leclerc, for me, he's a great driver. He's just too nice for me.
Man, listen. I don't know if this will translate. Do you hear that sound?
Yeah.
That's Lewis Hamilton rubbing his hands.
Yeah.
He's like, fucking put me in one of those.
Yeah, he's like... Also, the way he's driving because the way he's also driving the Mercedes, he's like, I'm out of here. I am out of here.
Put me in one of those.
Let me go drive a Ferrari. I want to go drive a Ferrari. But it's Max Verstappen and Lando Norris.
You know what I'm saying?
My God,
that's another Dutchman that I'm saying, dude.
Jeez, bro. Take a chill pill, bro.
Just relax. You and 10 hugs. Go give 10...
Go to Amsterdam, smoke some weed.
Do something. You're way too tense. What is wrong with you?
Bro, Verstappen, just dude, relax, bro. Do you want to kill the dude? I get that you... Twice. And he got a 20-second penalty. Eh? Ended up finishing 6th.
I mean, listen, he's got quite... Is he going to throw it away?
Oh, bro, if he throws it away... what do you think the problem is? Do you think it's because of his temperament or what?
Listen, it's like any dynasty, right? When things are going well, all the problems are hidden. Yeah. The second things start going, they're creaking a little bit, and things seem to be creaking at Red Bull, right?
Yeah, with all the stuff that's happening.
Behind the scenes stuff.
And also you see
the car's kind of not what it was, you know.
Do you think the car's not what it was, or did have other people caught up?
Well, that's it, right? I think other people have caught up and kind of narrowed that advantage. Yeah. That's a better way of putting it.
No pun intended, or pun intended, whichever.
But I mean, Verstappen he's just a baby. He's just a
child.
loser.
He's a child. Bro, okay, cool. When it's all going well, everybody must be happy for you. But you're never the problem. You're always in these incidents, but you're never the problem. I mean, and then you look at it and you're like, what's the common denominator? You.
Even his shit the other week. Oh, if we can't swear and they're going to punish me for stuff like that, maybe I'll leave. Then go, dude. Go.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
Cool, bro.
Hand over. You've had your time. No one's going to shit it to you.
Honestly.
You know what I mean? So, so we're basically, what are we in now? We're in the US kind of leg.
Yeah.
And then we go to the Middle East, and that's kind of
I get Middle East for the third time, but okay.
Yeah, well, is he going to throw it away? I don't know.
Bro, I don't know. Four races left, eh? 4. So I actually say squeaky bum time, eh?
It really is, and Verstappen is fucking. I smell the farts.
Yeah, because do you know what the thing is? Lando Norris is just going about his business, he's and also whatever McLaren have done, and I think the constructors is going to be very close.
Yeah.
It's going to be very close. I think Ferrari might take it because Ferrari also just finding some form now.
That one I think is closer. The driver, I think, Verstappen got too much of a lead up front. But, hey, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
At least the next season, Drives to Survive will be... because there were two parts. It was so boring.
Yeah.
It was just terrible. And listen, now, of course, you got skin in the game because the Lakers are flying.
Oh, yes, man.
The start of the NBA has got you very excited, got you full of Fanta.
Oh, yes. Oh, man. 3-0. Come on. Listen. Paulo laughs at me. But in that 3-0, Anthony Edwards, come. You sit down.
Child.
Kevin Durant, With the Suns.
Old man.
Come on. Okay. Who are you going to say? We'll do? Oh, you're waiting for us and the Celtics. It's fine. We've got them as well. No, but on a real note, do you know what I like about this season, though? You know, LeBron James didn't have to do much in the first 2 games. And Anthony Davis showed, like, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to be the guy if this guy's not the guy. And that's AD. What you want. And that's what you want from AD.
That's what you need from him, man. And that's, you know what? That's what he does.
Yeah. When he's fit.
You know, well, that's the thing. You know, he has a guy who should be a franchise player, but he's kind of like, okay, look, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, baby Jesus. You call him Moses over here. Yeah. I get it. But when he's going to step up, he does.
Yeah, but also I want to win championships. And the thing is, like, you know, I don't think, you know, Anthony Davis left the Pelicans to go to the Lakers not to win championships.
100%.
You feel me? And
100%.
If you're with LeBron James, you know, you got a shot.
Exactly. And even if you're not the main guy.
Yeah.
You can't.
Okay, exactly. Do I want to be the main guy on a losing franchise, or do I want to win stuff?
I got to put a ring. I got to put a ring on it.
No, honestly, if you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
But listen, Beyonce. But listen,
you sound like DJT.
But listen, nowhere in the preseason predictions are Lakers coming up as champions.
Yeah, nowhere. No, I mean, but like our coach is JJ Redick.
That's your shortfall.
No, but
that's going to be your shortfall.
JJ Redick. I mean, we've tried everything, but JJ Redick. I mean, he played the game, and like and him and LeBron have got a podcast like much like this, but like they basketball IQs are out of this level.
Yeah,
like they basketball.
I kind of think so.
Yeah. But it's next level because it's, and you hear them talk about the game and all that, and you know LeBron says it. LeBron says it in starting 5. He says, you know, you sit there, critics, you hear the talk and all like that, and he goes, "Dude, you know what? None of that shit matters." On it, because when we're on the court, we're on the court, and dude, everybody. Trust me, everybody on that court. If you're in a starting 5 in a team, bro, you can do other things. You can do other things with the basketball. And when it just clicks for you, it clicks for you.
And especially what we see in this like era of like super team building, like these real, you know, star teams.
But I think the super team, I think it's done because they've tried that model so many times and it doesn't work. But yeah, anyway, as you're saying, yeah?
No, listen, LeBron's look good. First 3 games, he's
juicing. He's dead. I love LeBron. He's juicing. Guys, 34-minute triple-double.
Okay, but listen, we're seeing this in so many sports where players they're staying
at 39, Paulo.
Oh, but I mean, Djokovic, Ronaldo,
at
Messi.
39, Paulo. You're a 34-minute triple-double at 39. A 30-point triple-double at 39.
Maybe he's gone vegan, man. You don't know.
Jeez. Bro. No, but like, as well, with the NBA, like, just when you think they've hit the ceiling, like, the game can't go anywhere else. They just, like, also, have you seen the scores lately? Like,
I mean, with that Lakers score.
131 to 127.
I was like, what is this?
Imagine you score 127 points and you lose a game.
What do you think of it? Why do you think season after season after season that ceiling just gets higher?
I just think
juice.
People have, you know, you've got like sports scientists and people that already American sports or American leagues, they're so very analytical, and there's stats for everything. How many times a guy ties his shoelaces and stuff like that.
Do you think it's because of the small-sided nature of the NBA that you can really make such an impact when you're focusing on 5 players?
Yeah, I think so as well. And the game's getting quicker, and like now for them, the emphasis is on efficiency, how productive you are.
Yeah,
they don't really care. Like you see your job. Let's say whatever they got you for, you do that. If you can do more, that's great.
Yeah.
You do that. You know what I mean? And also, like I said, if you're in that league, if you're in the league now, you've got everything. You can do basically everything. Yeah. You can do everything. It's just who does what the best.
And what does your coach and what does your team need you to do? Listen, LeBron looking good. First 3 games, we need him looking good. You need him looking good in those last 5-7 games. That's where you need him. You need him to play. That's
close to when
championship time.
When you like 4th, 5th, or 6th, and you're looking to go make a playoff run, and then because in the playoffs, like.
And let's see if he stays fit, because this is the big thing you're always going to ask for an older player.
Yeah, because the thing is, like,
does he last?
Load management. You have to, because LeBron's not going to play 82
but
games.
He doesn't want to. Listen, there's no LeBron minutes rule this year. He's not putting up with that shit.
Yeah, honestly.
Again, no one's managing anything with LeBron. Hey, listen, that is a roundup of things that got Senzo very excited. He is bouncing off the walls.
Come on.
When you got in, listen, Senzo, I got something I want to go through. You inspired me to put something together last week. We're going to talk about it. It's sports entertainment, because that's what we are.
Come on.
This is Working Title FC. So last week, just before we jumped in the studio working title FC, we were talking about our man, Billy Beamen.
Steamin Willie Beamen.
Steamin Willie Beamen.
You know when he throws up, you know that's it for your team.
So it got us. Who are you guys talking about? It got me thinking about like fictional sports teams, right? And for guys like you and I, we love sports. And if it's a sports movie, we're probably going to watch it, right? So I went, okay, can I put together, because we do this thing called Five-A-Side where we bring each one of us brings 5 stories to the table. But I thought in this week's Five-A-Side, can I put together the 10 most iconic fictional sports teams?
Come on, do it.
Most of them are football or soccer teams, but we're going to go through them all, right? Yes. So Steamin Willie Beamen comes from the movie. He's the starting, he was third choice quarterback.
Yeah.
Became the starting quarterback for the Miami Sharks in Any Given Sunday.
Oh, man.
Now listen here. If you have not
seen Any Given Sunday,
I don't know how you get your movies, right? If you're listening to this, listen, if you stream, we're all grown ups. We all know how the internet works, right?
Yeah. I'm inclined to think so.
Find Any Given Sunday. It is a tour de force. Al Pacino is the most Al Pacino you've ever seen.
Bro, that speech, iconic, man.
Inch by inch. So, Any Given Sunday is the story of one of the things I saw. The Miami Sharks are the most NFL team that never existed.
Honestly. I never allowed this.
And, like NFL's like always trying to clean up its act. And I think at the time Any Given Sunday came out, we weren't always seeing the stories from the players.
Yeah.
And then it all just...
But also the thing is, like, you must understand...
Unless the Dallas Cowboys.
Also, you must understand, like... Any Given Sunday came out, and you must also think about where we are with social media now. And how we get our news and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and so it covers the season. It follows the season of the Miami Sharks. You have Cameron Diaz, who is the team owner, trying to sell the team. In between all this, Al Pacino is getting like overruled all the time.
Yeah.
You got Dennis Quaid, who's playing kind of like the old white quarterback.
The old Tom Brady. He's playing Tom Brady before Tom Brady,
right? But he can't hack it anymore.
Yeah.
And then there's this little prick, third choice quarterback,
Steamin Willie Beamen.
And he comes in, completely dominates, becomes the star of the league.
Because Al Pacino says this is the guy.
That's the guy. Dennis Quaid doesn't like this shit. They're trying to sell the team. In between, you got players getting bust for sexual abuse allegations, drug use, like all sorts of drugs.
It's like it's
the team doctors giving the players drugs. There's recreational drugs. There's a player who's concussed, he's losing his shit.
Yeah.
All the things about NFL,
and like they also don't like each other in the team, and it's wild. But how's that cast?
Man, Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz,
Jamie Foxx,
LL
Cool J.
LL Cool J's in it. Dennis Quaid. Oh man, even the team doctor, also iconic. His name escapes me now. Great movie. Do yourself a favor. Any Given Sunday. Let's tearing the team apart. LL Cool J. I forgot about him. I would love to know, and I think what they did is they took a composite of all these teams at the time. But if you think at the time, Dallas Cowboys were the fucking... Was it Dallas Cowboys or
the Patriots,
the Raiders? No,
Raiders,
at this time.
I think it was the Raiders.
It was the Raiders. Were they Oakland Raiders then?
Yeah, it was the Oakland Raiders, yes.
Where are they now? What are they?
Las Vegas Raiders.
They're Las Vegas Raiders, that's it. So the Oakland Raiders were the bad boys, but even same thing, or played in all black.
Yeah. You can see what
kind
model
of was showing up on like NWA, NWA were like their team.
Yeah.
And Any Given Sunday, the Miami Sharks get some money on them. There's a Miami Sharks rugby team in America.
Oh yeah, I know.
Fun fact, not this. Listen, besides the Dream Team, the various iterations of the Dream Team, can you name the only other team that both Michael Jordan and LeBron have been on the roster for? Besides the Dream Team.
No.
So we go to our next favorite fictional team, the Toon Squad from Space Jam.
Oh, yes, man. Yes. Duh.
So they're coming in at number 9. So, of course, Space Jam. First one came out in the 90s.
Michael Jordan played on a basketball team with Bugs Bunny. That is iconic. Okay?
I mean, what are you doing?
That's iconic.
What are you doing? Listen, I like the first Space Jam.
Oh, the first Space Jam is...
Because Charles Barkley was in it, Patrick Ewing was in it, where in the second Space Jam it's just LeBron. I don't remember any of his teammates being in it. And of course, in the first Space Jam, they're playing against aliens.
Yeah.
And then
that
the
came
second
to
one,
Earth, and
they took over the players' bodies.
They took their skills.
Yeah, that's
so like then Oxford just all of a sudden they couldn't play basketball, and I was just like
That's it. And then the second one, there was a rogue AI, and then LeBron ended up in a video game, or some ended up in a computer, whatever it was. But the Toon Squad, fictional team, 100% record, never lost a game.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Come close. But listen, if you're recruiting MJ and LeBron, you got to go down as a fantastic.
Bugs Bunny's the guy when it comes
team.
to Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny was my guy.
How much have you seen that meme that said everything I know about classical music is from Bugs Bunny?
Yes, bro.
Of course.
100%.
You went to a much better school than me, so maybe you know more of that. But, give me that. Another fictional sports team. Got to be there. Ice hockey, the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, yes, bro. Emilio Estevez.
Emilio.
For those of you who don't know, Emilio Estevez that's Charlie Sheen's brother.
Wild, hey? You know how few people know that?
Yeah.
Because obviously Martin Sheen's the dad, Charlie Sheen, and then Emilio Estevez didn't want his dad's name. He didn't want to use the Sheen name. He wanted to make it on his own. But in the Mighty Ducks, it's a kind of shitty kids ice hockey team.
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez is an ex-pro, I think.
Yeah.
And he comes in and suddenly they win everything and they ragtag and real, you know
what it is.
We know it.
You know what it is.
So many teams have Mighty Ducks moments.
Yeah, but like the thing is,
Leicester were Mighty Ducks.
Exactly. But people are like, oh, I'm like, bro, you must understand the target market, like for movies like this, right? One. And also what they're trying to sell. What we're trying to sell. Like, nobody wants to watch a movie where, the guys just
hey, listen, in school, you're more likely to be not good at sports than you are to be the star player in your school team.
Of course.
So to be able to go, listen, I love playing hockey, I love playing XYZ sports, but I'm never going to be the star and go, hey, maybe if I find the right franchise around me. And now, speaking of franchise, of course, you'd know that Disney then created a real life NHL team, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
Yeah.
And they owned them until 2005. They were then rebranded as the Anaheim Ducks and won a Stanley Cup in 2007. Do they still exist? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But anyway, that's the ultimate in branded content.
Yeah, bro. Like,
start a team.
Started from the team, now we're here.
Inspired.
Started from the two, now we're here. So, yeah.
Inspired Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
Oh, God.
Kind of in the same ballpark. Listen, people love the show. It irritates the shit out of me. I only watch the football parts of it. People love it because they say it's so nice. I'm like, that's why I hate it. Ted Lasso.
But Ted Lasso's rubbish.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's absolute rubbish.
But we're talking about fictional teams and the team in that AFC Richmond. Okay. So this is the team.
AFC Richmond. Do you know what it sounds I'm pretty sure there's an Aussie rules team called the AFC Richmond.
There is one, yeah. So the story of Ted Lasso is Ted Lasso. He popped up like as a viral kind of video, Jason Sudeikis. And then
Jason Sudeikis is very funny.
He was like in it, he won a college, he won the Rose Bowl or something like that. And then the Ted Lasso story is that you have this woman, she's getting divorced from her husband. Her husband owns a football team. As part of the divorce, she takes it, and her intention is to tank the team and hires an American to be the coach. Yeah. Going, well, the guy doesn't know anything about soccer, which he never does know anything about soccer. But this follows the story.
He lassos it, man.
There's a whole bunch of stories. They're so lame.
They are lame.
Hey, it's am I missing something?
No, I'm also just like, who's this for? Well, it's not for me.
It's definitely. Listen, when I do watch it because I like the football parts.
Yeah, the football parts are good. Yeah,
because what I like doing it. So AFC Richmond, they are a team that bounces between the Championship and the Premier League. Yeah. And when they play in the Premier League, they've played real Premier League sides, or kits at least. You don't see the players, but I like looking at the players because they've obviously modeled their players around certain characters. Yeah. So there is my favorite. Let me get to him. Okay. So there's a guy called Jamie Tartt who starts out as the typical Man City region, like Man City Academy. He kind of has to drop. He went to do a TV show, did Love Island, and then he has to drop down playing for this team in the relegation zone because that's the only one who'll take him in Israel. Kind of looks like Jack Grealish. Yeah, too good for the team. And over the course of the seasons, he obviously becomes like. Everyone loves him and he becomes one of the hearts of the team. There is the Sam Obisanya. He is the youth product captain of the team. Nigerian. Danny Rojas. Love Danny Rojas. What is it? I love football. I think that's the thing he shouts. Yeah. He's a Mexican international. Long black hair. Very funny character. They bring in a character called Zava, which is very, very much Zlatan.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The actor looks like Zlatan. He got an accent. You can't really pinpoint what country he's from. Talks in like these Zen-like quotes and, arrives, kind of saves their season. But my favorite player, modeled on Roy Keane, is a player called Roy Kent. Yes. Okay? So when we meet Roy Kent, he's kind of the aging veteran. Used to be a superstar at Chelsea and kind of like getting one last payday at AFC Richmond. And then he joins the coaching staff of the team. But he is the most miserable
bastard ever.
Love him. He's probably one of my favorite characters on TV.
Grumpy old men. That's sure. That's him.
And what's funny? It's like if you ever see Roy Keane now, he totally leans into that Roy Kent gruff, hating everything persona. Have you heard that one trailer? So the podcast Roy Keane does with Gary Neville, I think Stick to Football. They play the one trailer out of it. Roy Keane goes, "Let me tell you something that's overrated. I'll tell you 3 things that are overrated. Social media." Smiling.
Smiling, bro. Like, I was like, what?
Roy Keane thinks smiling is overrated. So
you chat like you're a nice guy. I'll see you on the field. That is Roy Keane.
That's Roy Keane, and that's Roy Kent. AFC Richmond play the games are set at Selhurst Park.
Yeah.
Even if you played...
Selhurst Park is Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Even if you played at... they were in the last iteration of FIFA before it became EAFC. And it was Selhurst Park just rebranded. You could play as AFC Richmond in the game. I'm going to stick with the football team. Did you ever watch Club de Cuervos?
No.
Oh, man.
No. Tell me about it.
Oh, man. Listen, you want to talk Mexicans going crazy?
Yes!
It's a Netflix show. All in Spanish. Okay, so get your reading on, right? Senzo, you got to watch this. You'll love this. It's called Club de Cuervos, and it's about this fictional team in the Mexican First Division, right? And they're kind of like an okay team, like not superstar, but very solid, well-respected. People love them. And the owner of the team dies.
Sure.
And he leaves the team to his children.
Son. Yeah.
Okay? So he's got a son and a daughter.
Oh, God. Do they butt heads all the time?
Oh, constantly. Because the son is like this absolute Nepo baby, in his 20s, wants to own a football club for the Flash, and he wants to turn Cuervos into the Real Madrid of South America.
All right.
That's his ambition. And then his sister, who is married to kind of the director of football, who was a legendary ex-goalkeeper of the team, she's more the business-minded and goes like, my father always favored my brother. My brother's a playboy moron. Well, I can run this club properly, but we can't become the Real Madrid of
and let's be
Mexico.
Realistic.
But it's played very funny. I mean, it's not serious at all. Yeah. It's completely hammed up. Again, so many stories that pop up within it. They sign these extravagant players from Europe. Just the constant butting heads of the brother and sister, how they leverage the club.
Because I think that's the main story all on its own about like sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
That's the main story.
Absolute telenovela. And then of course the dad had a younger wife.
Oh yes.
Then the brother goes after the younger wife when the dad's out the way.
And the sister doesn't like the wife.
Oh man, it's hilarious. But it is so funny. You got to do me a favor. You got to start watching.
Actually, I'm going to.
It's a couple of seasons in. I'll tell you one thing I loved about it is there is a shirt sponsor in South America, a sports brand called Charlie.
Yeah.
And it's got a C on the... And I just love the thing of Mexico kind of being this narco country. Charlie on the shirt. But Club de Cuervos, and the club is Cuervos FC. With the club, the full name is Cuervos de Nuevo Toledo Football Club.
And do they drink tequila at halftime?
Man, all the time. They do everything at halftime. There is a Maradona type character who pops up.
My man.
It's the coach is corrupt and takes bribes for playing certain players. Cuervos are the crows.
Are there narcos involved?
There's narcos. Narcos pop up.
Obviously.
They lean into this crow thing and the stunts that they pull. It is just such a silly, over-the-top show. It is anti-Ted Lasso.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a football-based show that's not sweet and saccharine, that's the one.
Sweet and saccharine, I like.
Not wearing my Simpsons shirt today.
Oh, La Vida Loca, man. Look, Paulo, eh? Well, what's next week, eh?
It's my Cuervos shirt today.
You just need a cigar, and a Panama or a...
Got to do it. I had a Panama hat. I was wearing one on the weekend.
My man!
High UV factor. I love The Simpsons. And I want to talk about the greatest baseball. I don't love baseball. I'm not crazy about baseball.
Baseball is like, look, I watch everything. I've dabbled in baseball. Whew, my man. If you guys think cricket or golf is boring, try finish a baseball game.
Baseball was always funny because of the off-field characters.
Yeah.
Right? Are there still characters like that in baseball?
Yeah, there is, but like, Paulo, even the commentary, like, I think it's also the commentary, the way they commentate, like, it puts you to sleep because they're not really amped about anything, and a lot of the time there's really not that much going on in a baseball game. Yeah. It's not like an NFL game. NFL, people they beef with it is that it takes too long, but there's action when you watch.
NFL is nothing happens for a long time, and then everything happens.
Yeah,
and then it doesn't happen for a while.
Yeah.
Am I right that there are two different divisions within baseball, and they kind of have within the MLB? And they have different rules.
I need to check up on that, but like,
Anyway,
I haven't watched baseball for a while.
That's what I'm saying. Who cares?
Honestly.
If you like baseball, I mean, cool, fine. Yeah. Baseball's fun to play. I know a lot of people play. Yeah. They're fun to play, to watch.
Oh my God.
That's when you thank God for a time difference. That you're never tempted to just like get into a game. Although the games are so long, they just like drag.
Bro, the longest game I watched was the Yankees against the Red Sox. Like it went to like... It just
did what baseball does. It just did what baseball does.
Honestly.
But in The Simpsons, they started a baseball team for the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant. A team, just a corporate team. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Burns was like, no shit, I'm not going to be losing. I want to win.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Burns doesn't lose, bro.
So he started hiring ex-baseball legends to work at the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant so they could play in the team. So it was the Springfield, and it wasn't baseball, it was a softball team.
Yeah.
So it was the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant softball team. Here are some of the names. Listen, I don't know them, but they seemed impressive. If you play for New York Yankees, Don Mattingly was one of the guys in it. Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey, yes.
He was, and everyone knows him. Steve Sachs, Ozzie Smith, Mike Scisiosa, Roger Clemens, and Darryl Strawberry. So that's the team that they put together for the softball team. Darryl Strawberry. And I think in it, Darryl Strawberry got an enlarged head. Something happened and his head got enlarged. And he was obviously Darryl Strawberry, a huge player for the Mets during the 1980s. That's a fictional sports team I can get behind.
No, yeah, bro.
Even if it means watching baseball adjacent softball. What's the difference? I think the ball's bigger and you bowl under, or you pitch underhand.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, but either way. But like it's like I get the like being a baseball dude like is like if you're in the MLB like you're a swag guy like you know what you're
Listen, you're doing something.
If I played baseball, I think I'd be a pitcher.
Because that's the guy. That's the one.
That is really the guy, really.
Because I think what hurt baseball a lot was, certainly in my mind, was when all those steroids. Just
Barry Bonds.
I mean, it was just one after the other.
Yeah, Barry Bonds, Mark Maguire.
And we're getting into it because
Sammy Sosa.
Wow, these big hitters. Wow, look at these guys. And then go, oh, well, it's all doped up. So what's the point? Then you're going, well, then just dope up everybody. Yeah. Just make it legal.
Fun fact, do you know the Australian cricket team, like when they were like really bossing everything, they used to have a baseball coach as one of their fielding coaches.
That could make sense.
Teach them how to throw properly.
That could make sense. Oh, for the fielding, yes. Because I do say it could make sense, but like the mechanics, people think, oh, well, cricket and baseball are like so similar. They're not. No. The mechanics are completely different. No. But I suppose fielding and pitching is, fielding similar.
Yeah.
You got to throw a ball a long distance.
And like throw it like fast.
Yeah.
And throw it fast. So, yeah. No.
Makes sense. Listen, I have added on our list of best fictional sports teams, a local one. Super Strikers.
Oh, man. Vusi Shakes Mokena, the guy.
You know him. We knew them.
Oh, bro.
We loved Super Strikers. They were all over the place at one stage.
Yeah, bro.
They had
the comic books.
Comic books.
No, I was into the comic books.
Man, Big Bo.
Oh, Big Bo, the keeper.
Oh, man, that was also so funny.
Vusi Shakes Mokena. That's the
Spencer.
Guy. Oh, Spencer.
Oh, Rasta. Rasta was my guy.
Why is Rasta your boy?
Rasta was my guy.
Cool Joe.
Oh, man. It was, local comic book. Still around.
Yeah, but no, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it was. Listen, I remember when like the list of sponsors they had at one stage.
Bro.
I mean, it was just like, they must have made. Fiorentino Perez would have been very proud.
Yeah.
Very proud of the list of sponsors.
Exactly.
That they had. I don't know if you saw this one. We're talking fictional sports teams now. This team up didn't play a sport together.
Yeah.
They were sportsmen who fought crime and villainy together. Okay?
Yes.
If I say the name to you, Pro Stars, do you know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
Okay, so the Pro Stars was this cartoon series in the 90s, right? And I was all over it. So they're 3 sportsmen.
Yeah.
Cartoon versions of them. They teamed up to fight crime, promote healthy living, teamwork, and sportsmanship. They use their athletic abilities to combat villains and protect kids in the community. So each episode, there'd be a different challenge. They've got to assemble. They'd normally be doing their sport, and then they get like the call, and now they got to go fight villainy. The 3 characters making up the Pro Stars. Remember, we're talking the best fictional sports teams. And this one I'll cheat on. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, yes.
Bo Jackson.
I think I've watched this thing before.
And Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, I think I did see a bit of it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
The great one, the GOAT. And guys, if you don't know Bo Jackson, guys, come on.
If you don't know Bo.
The ultimate box to box.
I mean, was he a Hall of Famer?
In 2 sports, bro.
He's a Hall of Famer in both, right?
In 2 sports.
So Bo Jackson was NFL running. Was he a running back? What is he?
I think, he was a running back. I think, yeah.
So he played in the NFL and he played in MLB.
baseball.
Like the dude was playing elite sports.
See what Michael Jordan wanted to do?
Exactly. And Bo Jackson, he wasn't just a squad. He wasn't just part of the team. He was star.
Yeah.
In both.
Yeah. Like
baseball and
like Drake says, I'm a singer and rapper. If I had to do both, if I had to be a Jackson man, I'd choose Bo. I'd be like, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why do we
Bo Jackson,
why don't we talk about him more?
Honestly, like, guys, he's the most, and he's like the guy.
And he played basketball in college.
Yeah.
He was a triple threat in college.
So imagine, like, take your pick.
Man, Bo Jackson, get on that. But the Pro Stars, Wayne Gretzky, and of course they used Wayne Gretzky. He had this like super powered hockey stick, and he'd throw pucks. And Bo Jackson was just so strong and fast. Michael Jordan obviously could fly.
Yeah, guys, do you understand? Like, okay, guys, I don't think you understand Wayne Gretzky. Like, for those of you who don't know about the NHL, Wayne Gretzky is like, they call him the Great One, and
no one is. He's been the great one for over 40 years. No one has ever replaced him.
Yeah, and you must understand. So in the NHL, like, if you are like super, super good, they don't just retire your number at your team. The whole league, there's no one in the league that's not allowed to wear number 99 because of Wayne Gretzky.
They haven't even done that in the NBA.
Dude.
You know what? They've retired numbers at teams. Yeah. In the whole league, no one can wear your number. I mean, to the point, like, I can't say I follow NHL.
I kind of do, but yeah.
But, dude, there's never been anyone near to
Wayne Gretzky, man. That's transcended.
In 40 years.
That's transcended.
Dude was like, even the game just went, well, that's unfortunate for us.
Because he was killing it at the Edmonton Oilers. Then, of course, he went to Los Angeles, because I'm in LA, bro. I done did it, bro.
I mean, I think we're in this era where everybody's a GOAT. Everybody's a GOAT. Like Gretzky's GOAT.
Gretzky's the great one. Like no joke. Like, Wayne Gretzky is like the guy. He's your guy's guy.
Yeah. Gretzky's GOAT. Gretzky's GOAT. Gee whiz. So that was the...
he's probably Canada's GOAT. He should run for Prime Minister.
Yeah, he'd do it. I love Pro Stars. Listen, another team I want to talk about in our fictional sports teams, they're not as memorable, but I'll tell you the roster. Western U Dolphins, right? So there was a movie in 84 called Blue Chips, right?
I think about it, yeah.
Okay, so I love this, of course, because 94 was where I was fucking befucked about NBA. This is where I was like peak. I could name every player in every team. Like, I was like you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was with the NBA at the time, and it was just like... You had still Jordan dominating. You had Shaq coming in. You just had, like, it was Dream Team.
Barkley,
it was just like...
Bro, I think basketball was awesome then.
Listen, I think we're getting similar vibes now.
Yeah.
I think we're...
It's competitive as well.
Yeah. I think, when I saw the roster of the Dream Team now, and what's also great about the league now is they're not just American. It's like, so...
I mean, but the best player in the league is Serbian.
Exactly, right?
Nikola Jokic.
And they pep it all over the place.
Yeah.
By the way, dude, we didn't do a show. Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace, man.
R.I.P., man. R.I.P., man. Mount Mutombo.
What a
When he said to Jordan that Jordan was never dunked on him, Jordan was like, come on, don't lie now. And then Jordan got him in the end. He goes, so do you know what's funny about that clip, right? So they're busy talking about like it's an all-star game. You know, Mutombo goes with his voice, you know, Mike, you've never put it on me. No, not once. Michael's like, what? He's like, come on now. And then like you get Charles Ewing Patrick Ewing, sorry. Patrick Ewing's like, not once. He never put you on the highlight. He never put you on a poster. Michael Jordan was like, okay.
All-star game.
I'll show you. And then he goes, and then he gets with his own thing.
Great player, phenomenal player. And listen, he was
a 7-foot behemoth.
And here's outstanding because at that time, just like you've had very few foreigners, let alone any African players in the NBA. So Western U Dolphins in this movie Blue Chips, kind of like it kind of tried to do, it was kind of like an Any Given Sunday type of thing where it was spoke about all the shit that happens at college basketball, level, right? So of course players, can't get paid.
Do you watch college basketball? Not really.
Not as much, like Final Four. Okay. Like anybody, but
March Madness is crazy.
Through the season, I don't really like.
March Madness, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, so that's where most of us get into it for that little period, and we will become experts. But so the Dolphins, they're a struggling franchise.
I think how things are either Dolphins or Sharks,
right? And they a struggling team, and then their coach comes in. He goes, "Listen, we're going to use boosters. We're going to get the best players into this program, and we're going to win everything." And they just cheat the hell out of it, right? Yeah. But the team are stars Nick Nolte, but the team that they bring in are I'm going to mention the two most notable because these guys were just the guys at the time. Yeah. There were a couple of NBA players in it, but the two characters, Neon Bordeaux, played by Shaquille O'Neal,
my man,
and then the other character I didn't put his name down here. Oh, Butch McRae, played by Penny Hardaway.
Shaq and Penny. Love it. I love
this. This is the time when Shaq was going, I'm going to be an actor.
Yeah.
I'm going to make Shaq food.
Bro, if Shaq becomes American president, he's clocked the game.
He's going to. He will run for it.
If he runs for president and he wins, he's done everything you can do in this life.
And he will do it. He will do it.
So?
Actor, everything. So that was just phenomenal to watch because you had like the basketball scenes in Blue Chips. Because Shaq and Penny at that time were like on the same wavelength. Oh man. Did you watch a documentary about the two of them?
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh, dude.
What do you make of the whole thing? They didn't but it's also sad what happened to Penny with the injuries and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. But like, I mean, like we spoke just now about AD and you kind of got Scottie Pippen. It's like Penny Hardaway, you got to go, dude. Shaq's the guy. Like sometimes you just got to like.
Yeah, someone has to be Batman and someone has to be Robin.
You can't hate on the dude.
Because also the thing is, Shaq was like, bro, I'm trying to win stuff and also I'm trying to get paid.
That was the thing. And if Penny backed down, he could have gone with him. Shaq would have taken him with him.
Yeah, bro.
But listen.
What was Penny going to do? Because there's this kid called Kobe Bryant.
Well, that's and injuries, bad timing, and you're in between. Yeah, you're between Shaq and Kobe. A nearly man. Yeah. But listen, at this time, I mean, Penny Hardaway was just the guy. He was like
Penny, bro. Penny was there.
And Shaq and Penny.
Penny was your favorite basketball player.
Yeah. Do you remember what do they call him? Mini Penny? The TV ads. I think they were Reebok ads.
Yeah.
And they made like a little like puppet of Penny Hardaway, and he was all over the place. He was all over the place. So that was the basketball scenes. Blue Chips, I watched that movie till I wore the tape out. No, the basketball scenes, because so I subsequently read that they weren't scripted. They just told the two of them, you know what, you guys just do what you do.
Yeah.
The camera's always going to be on YouTube. Yeah. Everything else will shoot in between you guys.
Yeah.
Do what you do. What an easy job to have. And then I want to end on to call this a team, but I think I'm going to call it a team. I think I'm going to call it a team. They didn't have a team name, actually.
Good.
But they were the best street basketball matchup. Billy Hoyle. And Sydney, what was his character's surname? Oh, anyway, Billy and Sydney from White Men Can't Jump. Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
Oh, come on now, man.
That is a hell of a fictional team up. Hated each other. were only in it to get paid.
Yeah.
Became friends.
Yeah. But they could jump, bro.
But those two could play.
They could hoop. Bro.
And white men could jump.
Yeah, bro.
White men could jump.
No, of course, they still can.
Do yourself a favor. Watch the original White Men Can't Jump. There's the new one.
Watch the original.
Listen, it's good.
It's good, but it's
not the first one.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get back. And I mean, just some of those 90s street basketball fashions.
Bro, exactly. It's the swag, bro. You watch the swag and you're just like, yeah.
I saw so much cleavage and side boob from from Wesley Snipes. You know, I saw it all. So that's a good roundup of fictional sports teams. Hey?
Brilliant. And the diversity, guys. It's not just one sport.
No, all over.
Also, they don't make good cricket movies. Sorry, guys.
Well, no, bring us one. Didn't Pugwall have a cricket team? Listen, we, as you can hear, we love sports content, sports entertainment. Senzo, I want to talk to you about a documentary.
Yes.
I call it Chasing the Sun 1.5.
Okay.
So like I say, every week when we're not watching sports or watching sports documentaries, I found this the other day. I didn't know it existed. And I call it Chasing the Sun 1.5. And it is called Two Sides. And it's basically the documentary
of the British and Irish Lions.
The British and Irish Lions tour to South Africa.
Right. Tell me your opinions and I'll tell you what mine are.
Okay, so to set up the synopsis, so basically it's the guys who did Chasing the Sun. And obviously up all in the chaos of it, they go, well, we've got to keep this going. And then they make the same story. And of course, if you remember at the time, it was COVID and the whole Rassie story with the video. So just kind of like it was, listen, British and Irish Lions tour is big enough as it is. I mean, you know, it's like only comes around every 12 years. You know what I mean? So, or to South Africa.
To South Africa
at least. And so it's a big deal. And to miss out and play it behind closed doors, it was just kind of like at every step of it, something happened.
Yeah. Something
went wrong. And it just tells that story, and it's like in the style of Chasing the Sun,
which is very good,
fantastic, but really good, great story. Senzo, I know you've seen it. Give me your thoughts. That's the synopsis.
Oh, the British media, God bless them. God bless them. That's what I'm gonna say. God bless them. But like you can see, bro, like Oaks, like the British and Irish Lions. You look at that team; those Oaks aren't slouches. Those aren't slouches. Never. And like, bro, also Alan Wynne-Jones, you're miraculously covered from like career-ending
in a couple of weeks,
bro. I was like, wow, but bro, you must see, guys. I think Rassie is one of the most stressed people on earth. On earth, bro. Every time there's something about him, or if it's not like players, it's something here, and like it's wild.
That's one of the things we see from both Chasing the Suns and this is that, so it's the same stuff. It's behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. It's like in the coaches' meeting rooms. Yeah. The tension is, so obviously it starts off on Springboks high, world champions, fantastic. And then it kind of picks up like on lockdown. That's where it is. And now you got to organize this massive tournament, really.
Yeah.
Huge money spinner.
Yeah.
Going, we're in COVID, we can't do anything. And the decisions behind it and we talk about Rassie's stress of going, how many times at the last hour, we're just not going to do it. It's covered a lot in Rassie's book as well.
Yeah.
This series. And this kind of like sequence of events. And how Rassie, if it was up to him and the players, they would have said, we're not playing.
Yeah.
They could never get a full team together.
Yeah.
They had to play an Springbok A side, of which no player got capped for, because that's just the way they had to mix it up. They moved the entire series down to Cape Town. Of course, there were no fans, so it didn't really have an impact where they played it.
But the rugby was awesome.
And that's the one thing you pick up on about it. And what else you get about it, and it's maybe I'm going to touch on in our non-football story of the week because I'm going to update, is how, like, on the bones of their arse Saru are.
Yeah.
You're talking about like the most popular sport in the country, and they have no money. And kind of like Yuri Al saying, if this didn't go ahead,
we're done as an entity. We're closing the doors.
We're world champions, and we were done. Which is, I mean, it's
wild, bro. But like for me, it's like you're really real. I'm just like, oh my god. But like, you know, the thing is, Rassie. I don't think like Rassie cares about like what happened. He cares about his players.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
or their well-being and them. It's because they're the main product, aren't they?
More than anything, what did I call this president of Saru?
Yuri. You said, yeah, whatever.
I think I said Yuri else. That's not it.
It's Yuri.
Yuri Roo. Yeah, sorry.
But Roo is also, he's a bit of a shady character, but like, he kind of looks like a Simpsons character.
He actually does. He's yeah. So
if you only see what a Simpson would look like in real life, look at Yuri.
So you get that, and then the tour is going to go ahead, right? So they go, okay, cool, there's going to be protocols. And obviously, as through the tour, the lifting of lockdown levels keeps changing. Yeah. So the interaction between the players and things like that, to the point of like we're halfway through the series, fans can't... There were fans in the stadium.
Yeah.
But I think they're probably media or fan, whatever. But suddenly people could get together and watch the games.
Yeah.
Not like they weren't getting together and watching the games as it was. But
I remember I was away somewhere when that happened, but anyway.
Drinking pineapple beer. You know, so you had to start off drinking pineapple beer and then finally go buy beer.
You got the real thing.
So the rugby was phenomenal.
No, the rugby is always phenomenal, bro.
In between this, you have the story that pops up about Rassie and the videotape. And of course, dude, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Like, you know this stuff better than me. Mm-hmm. I've read about it in Rassie's book. Just followed the story at the time.
Yeah.
Like, what was the fucking big deal?
It's the English media. It's the English media. Like, those guys just talk about, like, because it's like when they lose or whatever, it's never cricket. Oh, it's not, like, so the saying in sport, like, if you don't do, it's not cricket.
Yeah.
But the English, like, they're so traditionalist and, like, they'll do anything to say, oh, no, we were done wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what did Rassie really do? Nothing really. And it's like Clive Woodward. Clive Woodward goes, oh, South Africa played the most boring rugby. I mean, hello, didn't Johnny Wilkinson carry you for 5 years?
Exactly.
So, like, whatever.
I mean, the story about it is obviously Rassie makes this video, very upset with the refereeing decisions. In his book, which they don't touch on in the documentary, is what he talks about is a lot of what he is saying to the referee at the time is he is going, the two, obviously Sia and the Lions
Jones
were approaching the ref, and Rassie felt that the ref was being more dismissive towards Sia.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of instances of this, and he tried to raise to the ref, he said, listen, you just got to be careful here. You're dealing with a black captain. A black captain,
yeah.
You're being seen as dismissive, and we're hearing you, and just be aware of the context you're in.
What it looks like.
Yeah, he says, look, I'm not saying that you even know it.
Yeah.
Just understand here's the context, and it's not looking great because you're dismissing him. You're not hearing him out.
Yeah, you're not listening.
And that started the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what Rassie talks about in his book predominantly.
The VidCont.
Right. And then he makes this other video of all these bad calls.
Yeah.
Right? Like ERIK Ten Hag's doing this morning. Ten Hag is cutting.
Fact.
Cut the tapes, cut the tapes, get the tapes. And he says, he sends this to a few small people, and then it gets leaked.
Yeah.
I mean, Rassie is very cheeky. He claims he never ever leaked it.
He did.
Yeah,
I think he did.
Of course he leaked it.
Come on.
I mean, it talks about his fake Twitter profile with 3 followers that kind of had the video on it. But I don't what's the big deal? I don't get it. To ban the dude for so long.
Rassie was like, okay, cool. I'll be water boy.
To ban him for so long, I just don't get what the fucking big deal was. I mean, shit like that happens in every other sport every single day. And it's just like it's a storm in a teacup and then it goes away. Bro, like, people don't get banned.
But like for me, I didn't like about it. It kind of took away from the rugby and took away from the results. It's just like, okay.
And it was. And listen, I mean, what was it? They were saying that the Lions haven't won in South Africa for
yonks, bro.
Geez, like decades. Obviously, it's every 12 years, but I mean, you're going back 7-8 series that they haven't won?
They haven't won since 97.
But did Lions didn't tour during apartheid?
They didn't.
So it goes, okay, so make that the time makes sense. But anyway, that's the documentary, 2 sides. It's in 3 episodes. It's on Showmax, if you got it, or if you're an adult who knows how to use the internet, find it. Check it out, because you're going, and watch it as a series, because you're going, Chasing the Sun, 2 sides, Chasing the Sun 2.
1.5. It is Chasing the Sun 1.5.
It is. They were in their feels about it. They were like, shit, we got to do something.
Yeah, man.
We got to do something. And listen, we're going into our non-football story of the week, even though we've been bouncing around today, actually. But it's an update of something we're talking, also rugby related, and then we're going to wrap up the show. Equity deal. Sorry, equity deal. Mm-hmm. This is the latest that I saw on Thursday morning.
Okay.
There may be an update of. Obviously, what we spoke about it was that the unions have blocked it.
They're like, nah, bro, it doesn't work for us.
$75 million equity deal, which turns out to be 1.3 billion
for 20%.
Rand for 20% of commercial rights. And the unions are saying, no, this is bullshit. It's not enough money, A. And secondly, it's a loan. This is not just straight
exactly. They're not giving us this money. They're loaning it to us.
Yeah. So again, now Saru have hit back, and they were on the Money Web podcast talking about basically going like, and I think when you watch in context of what they said at the time of why the British and Irish Lions tour had to go ahead, they go like, what they're trying to prevent is they say, if there is anything close
to COVID,
we are done. We don't exist. Our cash reserves are gone, which is fucking ridiculous to think about, right? Bro. But here's the thing. You mentioned the other day that Cricket SA...
Same thing.
No, but they're swimming in money.
Yeah, they're swimming in money now.
They're swimming in money now. But doesn't it point to the fact that there's so much cricket? So at the correct me, right? You're going, Cricket SA has got a lot of money, right? Correct. But there is a shitload of cricket, but cricket's not good anymore because there's too much cricket.
Yeah.
Right?
For me, kind of like, so for me, it kind of dilutes the product.
So what's the compromise? Go, well, we've got cash reserves. Our product there's too much of it.
I don't know. For me,
there's more supply than
like for me, the game is like you watch the local game, you watch local cricket. Like I don't watch local cricket. Like the way they, okay, cool. The way they dress up the Betway T20, they dress it up big time, and then you see our local like, oh, do you know there was a T20 final yesterday? No, you don't. The Lions won. Exactly. By the way, they won.
Exactly.
But the fact that people don't know that's part of the thing. And you just like, there is so much cricket.
Too much.
What, bro? If you look at the IPL, the way they dress the IPL, there's an IPL in India, and then we take the same product and we just take it everywhere. Then you see there's stuff going on in England. I think the shorter format of the game has ruined cricket because there's just so much of it, and you can't really keep up. When there's a World Cup, people aren't really interested anymore. It's like
because there'll be another one.
Exactly.
There's going to be another one in a couple of weeks.
I mean, like it's
it's kind of like, so cricket's McDonald's and Springboks are Thundergun.
Yeah.
So I only have it every now and again. Because, after this series now, Springboks don't play again till middle of next year.
Yeah, exactly.
And your most viable product. So a couple of things that, this is a Daily Maverick article, kind of like summarizing the latest of it, is that they're saying that, so sorry, the unions are saying push them harder. And they're going, listen, these guys don't need rugby.
Yeah.
We need them more than they need rugby.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the poor me.
Yeah.
That's so there were a couple of big shots from Saru on this Money Web podcast. Mm-hmm. They also take the point of going, I understand that you're saying give away 20%, but would rather own 80% of something valuable than 100% of something bankrupt. Which goes, shit, okay. Suddenly, you know what you and I say? An intelligent man, when the evidence changes, my opinion changes.
No. When the information changes, your opinion does change.
So Saru has zero reserves. They say if we had another COVID, we'd be wiped out as a sport, or we'd be playing amateur rugby. Some of the first planks of the equity deal, regardless of who it would be to create a reserve that Saru could fund itself through times of trouble. Secondary, always have a short-term budgetary issue in every year. That's a small part of it. If you compare our business to that of some of our European and our peers in New Zealand, we're a small commercial operation compared to them. I think the most graphic example is New Zealand. The sponsors of the New Zealand jersey are in 8 times as much as the Springbok sponsors. Well, so the New Zealand deal is 8 times more worth than the Springbok jerseys. So listen, I think the two
Then tell MTN more. Oaks.
That's MTN.
Bump the cheese up, Soaks.
We've had this conversation before. Like MTN, here's. They don't give a shit about Springboks. They sell SIM cards. Okay?
Give us money.
Money, right? But yeah, listen, I think the two things that really hit me there is going like, we need them more than they need rugby. Because it's true. I mean, you read out the list of the teams or the sports that these guys are involved in. They got everything.
Yeah.
They got NBA. They got NHL. They got MLS. They got it.
NFL. They
got championship.
That's going to go into Premier
League. They don't need rugby. So,
this looks cool. If we don't get it, cool.
It doesn't make a difference to them, right? And then, I think, listen, rather own 80% of something profitable than 100% of.
That's when
What
you put
a
it like
decision
that.
to make,
When
eh?
you put it like that. When you put it like.
What a decision. Listen, get to 100 at least.
Yeah, man. Come
Get
on.
them to 100.
Honestly, it's like, guys, okay, cool. 75, I'm not too sure about that, but we can renegotiate. Not if you outright. You feel me?
Yeah. But listen, what it says more is like, I think the thing of it, as much as you can love rugby doesn't make money.
No, it doesn't.
Part of the same article, collectively English clubs, which is a big sport in a big market, lost £30 million
Yeah.
in the last financial year.
That's like 600 million rand.
I mean, Worcester, London Irish and Wasps have all disappeared in a scrum of debt in the past 18 months.
Yeah.
And the only reason the clubs exist is because they're privately funded by rich benefactors.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, is absolutely crazy. Welsh rugby nearly collapsed in 2023 and is in shit. The New Zealand, despite much being made of the giant Silver Lake equity buy into New Zealand rugby in 2023, the deal doesn't appear to be delivering the promised returns.
Oof.
So if you're not even making money out of New Zealand, and of course it also coincides with them kind of going through a rebuilding phase. Yeah, not great. The Silver Lake in that one, the Silver Lake cash investment is apparently running out already.
Barely 2 years into it.
New Zealand rugby's financial health has taken a dramatic turn.
But do you know what it is as well? Must I tell you what it is as well? Oaks don't want to watch Super Rugby isn't it anymore.
They don't want to watch it. They're losing so much money that they'll have burned through $200 million
No way.
by 2031. Burnt through at the current rate.
Do you know New Zealand rugby? Do you know also they're having this conversation with themselves? They're like, should we also go to Europe?
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking. Like, do we do what the South Africans didn't say? Listen, yeah, Oaks, I'm going to take my tennis to Europe.
Saudi, man. Saudi rugby. Saudi.
Saudi's looking at rugby. They're like,
live rugby. Live rugby.
Come on, boys. Don't you want to do it?
Live rugby.
They're probably going to pull up there with a briefcase of cash the size of this room and say, listen, yeah, boys.
Yeah. So we'll take New Zealand. We'll take South Africa. We'll take Argentina. Okay. The European clubs, you can join us if you want. But
this is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing.
Here's a blank check.
Yeah. We'll put America in there.
Tell us what you think.
Japan. If Japan want to come, we'll take them. And then you guys let us know when you're ready.
Just think of a mini World Cup of clubs. Tell me if you want it.
And we'll move it around the world.
Yeah,
we'll take the horse and pony. Everyone gets a turn.
Everyone gets a shot, but we get the most.
Live rugby.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. You heard it here first. This is Working Title FC. Sends a great show.
As always.
Today.
Man.
Great show. Listen.
You see, Monday, first thing you always switched on.
It does work, eh?
You switched on.
It does work. Listen, we got some exciting things happening. We got a good meeting coming up this afternoon for Working Title FC. Some good things are going to happen. And thanks to you for listening. Thanks.
Always, bro. Always.
We see it. We know as soon as an episode drops, we see.
But you can feel it.
You guys are listening.
You can feel it. Like, you know, it's
we're
like
getting the feedback.
No, it's like when you write a test or an exam, you're like, that one I smashed.
Yeah.
I smashed that one. So
then I get my results back. And
Jesus.
Maybe I dented it, not quite smashed it. But we smashed today.
Yeah.
This is Working Title FC. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And,
so we can all be friends.
What a nice time. And listen, if an email arrives in your inbox from Mr. Diddy, don't reply. Don't reply. He sends us speechless.
Wow.